Joining us now in a Fox Business exclusive is Clear co-founder and CEO Caryn Seidman Becker. Caryn, first to the issue. When you hear Sean Duffy, the transportation secretary, say, you know what, it's not just going to suddenly clear the skies and have the problems disappear as soon as this government shutdown ends, there will still be knock-on effects. How bad is it going to get?
I think what you're seeing right now is the importance of travel, and it is a bipartisan issue. Travel, to your point, was hard and getting harder before the shutdown, and it is even worse now. So I think it is a massively important time for the private sector and the public sector to come together. We are on the verge of a surge, and we're heading into holiday travel. We expect to see more than 3 million people in just 2 weeks, let alone the World Cup, America 250, and the Olympics after that. Travel is surging, and we need our infrastructure to sparkle here. We need our airports to be better.
You have Clear ambassadors spread out across about 60 airports, is that correct?
That is correct, okay. And they are awesome.
What are they telling you?
They're telling us that they are serving our members, that we are trying everything we can to partner with our TSA partners. I just want to say I give the TSA a tremendous amount of credit. They are showing up and working hard, and these are hard jobs in good times. And so we are working hand in glove with our partners at TSA, airports, and airlines. You know, travelers are having to pack their patience. These are difficult times. And so, you know, we're there for our members every way we can. An important way we're there for our members is rolling out e-gates, which are strengthening security, delighting travelers at no cost to taxpayers.
Well, so tell us about e-gates and why they will be able to alleviate what you say is on the horizon, and that is the World Cup. I mean, we're going to be expecting millions of foreigners coming in, and that could stress the system in a way that may be even worse than the government shutdown?
Not could, but will. We expect 5 to 6 million travelers internationally coming into the U.S., let alone domestic travelers zipping around. And we want our airports to sparkle. I give this administration a lot of credit. They are moving at the speed of business, but certainly e-gates, which just one step and you're in, automation, which you see out in Singapore and Doha and Paris and Tokyo. That's what we should have here in the U.S. That should be the travelers' expectations. And so we are bringing that to bear in partnership with TSA, leading from the front for automation and also, importantly, security. And you got to have both together, right? Hospitality and security. And that's what e-gates do.
You guys have noted that airport traffic increased 4% in the month of October despite the government shutdown. To what do you attribute that?
Business travel is back, right? That day of, you know, doing business from your bedroom is over. You got to go out and see your customers and see your partners. I believe that's how business gets done. I also think that leisure travel, we are still in the experience economy. So people are going to sporting events and concerts. And, you know, I think in the world of infinite rooms through Airbnb and Booking.com and Uber, it's easier than ever to travel. Airlines have gotten better. People love traveling, but day of travel is hard, and we're here to help people win the day of travel. Who doesn't love to go out on the road and experience new things?
Listen, Clear it costs money.
It does.
It does. However, I went through Clear yesterday. I had to re-up because, of course, I let it, you know, expire by accident on purpose.
Don't do that.
I mean, disorganized. What can you do? And a lovely Clear agent named Lauren Bryson in Miami.
Thank you, Lauren.
It's adorable and very good and smart. She said, oh, do you have American Express? You'll get some of the money back if you do it through American Express. So what other partnerships are you working on here? I thought that was pretty exciting.
We have a great partnership with American Express. They just relaunched their Platinum card, so that's a full statement credit. And so we have airline partnerships. We have partnerships with people like Uber. We're doing all sorts of interesting things. Quite frankly, Clear is on average less than $10 a month for consumers, so it is very much affordable luxury. And our goal is to transform travel, to delight travelers and help them win the day of travel from home to gate. We're relaunching our mobile app. You should know where the traffic is, how long the walk is. We've launched concierge in 23 airports, so our awesome ambassadors like Lauren can meet you at the door and come through. My mom is 80 years old. I want her to have some help getting through the airport. E-gates, and there's a lot more coming. Travel should be magical. People are describing e-gates as magical. We want to help travelers win the day of travel, and never have you needed that more than what's happening right now and what's in front of us. I think the World Cup's going to be amazing, and our infrastructure absolutely needs to shine.
Yeah, and we don't have that much time to get this ready. Are you worried about the economic fallout from what we've seen in just 1 month or 41 days of the longest government shutdown?
I am worried about it. I certainly think that these are difficult times. I also think that we live in a time right now of enormous hope and optimism. I think AI is transformative, and I think our economy comes back from these things quite well. And so I'm quite bullish and optimistic on our future, but certainly these things, they hurt for a little bit.
Yeah, that is exactly what we're seeing. And the biometric issue, which you guys are at the forefront of, you look in the, that's how you do it. They look at your retina scan. What do you foresee in the future? What are you working on right now that will really blow our socks off?
So what we're working on right now is helping travelers win the day of travel, and then also enterprise identity. So when you look at cyber criminals, they're not breaking in, they're logging in. You have North Koreans getting access to our critical infrastructure and workforce. You have the Trump administration really focused on helping eliminate the clipboard in healthcare, which we are huge advocates of and have been working on for quite a while. So checking in at the hospital with your face and you are your appointment, you are your medical record, you should have access to and control of your healthcare information. You should be able to send your medical records or your scans to any hospital just like you can wire money. And so we should transform healthcare for patients. We should strengthen workforce, which we've done with partners like DocuSign and Greenhouse and Okta, because this is a time where we need greater security, and identity is foundational in security. I think what you saw at airports, you're starting to see everywhere else.
Well, and let us be very clear that ticker symbol U, YOU, Clear Secure, you guys have done very well. Year to date, you're up 37%. So we got an investor audience here. They like to watch this kind of stuff. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Liz.
And Lauren Bryson, give her an atta girl.
And thank you, Lauren, atta girl.